Hey, what's going on guys? Tanmay here, welcome to my channel. In this quick video, we will go through the user interface of the DJI Action 4, which also applies to the DJI Action 3 Action Cam. So in one of my recent video about this DJI Action 4 Action Cam, one of the user commented and said that they would like to see the different settings and options and the menu system of the Action Cam to better understand its functionality. So let's quickly go through the different options and the user interface that is provided in the DJI Action 4, which also is applicable to the DJI Action 3, which is the previous generation. So on the side we have the power/quick switch button. So if you long press this, your Action Cam will turn on quickly. As we know, we have a fully functional dual screen setup. So on the front we have a small secondary screen which is also touch screen. It is also fully functional, which means you can control all the different settings from this screen as well. Let's move on to the back screen. On the back screen, when you start off the camera, this is the user interface that you will be greeted with. On the top left corner you have the hours and minutes on the SD card, and this changes dynamically depending upon the different resolutions that you have selected. So for now 4K 60 FPS I can shoot for 1 hour 21 minutes. If I change this, if I do it 2.7K, you can see it changed to 2 hours 6 minutes. So depending upon what the resolution and frame rate is, that will decide how long you can shoot a particular video. On the top right you have the battery indicator. If you tap on it, it shows you the percentage. On the left side in the center you have your video file. So if you click on it, it will show you the different videos shot and the first video will start playing. You can also see all the videos in a proper grid view. If you hit back, you will come back to the main screen. You can also swipe anywhere on the screen, a left swipe or a right swipe, to get the different modes. So you have video mode, slow motion, time lapse and photo mode as default, and then you can also create some custom profiles. So this is something that we can talk about in another video, but the default modes generally are photo, video, slow motion and time lapse. You can also access that by clicking on this bottom left button, which is the video. If you click on it, you can switch between photo and video and the different modes. Okay. In the bottom center you have the different resolutions as well as the frame rates, aspect ratio, the video recording mode and the stabilization mode. So there's a lot of information over here. In the center you have the resolution and the aspect ratio. So aspect ratio is the video dimensions. So 16:9 and 4:3 are the two aspect ratios. 4:3 is basically the full sensor readout. So generally I keep 4K 4:3 aspect ratio and then I crop depending upon what frame I want. Generally I shoot in 4K 60. So this is something that you can change. If you go to 4K 16:9, you can also go till 4K 120, but that is something that I do in slow motion, so that I can get a slow motion video right inside the camera itself. So 4K 60 is what my resolution setting is generally. Then moving on, in the top left we have the different modes. So when you are recording video, you can do something like a pre-recording, where the recording starts before you click the record button itself. So let's say you're shooting something and some action happens randomly and you didn't press the record button. But if you had the pre-recording on, 10 seconds of that footage has already been recorded depending upon what you've selected over here. So if you select 15 seconds, so 15 seconds is already going to be recorded, and when you hit record, the video will start recording from 16th second. That is called pre-recording. Then we also have loop recording, where, as the name suggests, the recording keeps on looping for 5 minutes. So 5 minutes will be recorded and then the next 5 minutes will be overwritten, kind of like a security cam or a dash cam. You can use this like a dash cam. Generally this is off in my case. And then one last thing, on the top right corner we have the stabilization mode. We have off, which means that no stabilization. Then we have rock steady and we have rock steady plus, which is a heavy stabilization which applies a lot of crop, but the footage becomes very stable, generally used in heavy action. But in most cases rock steady will be more than enough. So in the bottom right you have zooming options. So if you hold it, you can now zoom in at least 2x, but do note that this is digital crop, this is not optical zoom, which means that there will be a loss of quality. On the right hand side you have settings which are for your video recording or photo recording if you're in photo mode. So if you tap this Pro button, right now it's on, generally it is off when you get the camera for the first time. So when it is off, you only have a few settings, that is the field of view. You can go wide or ultra wide, which changes the field of view. You can turn on EIS in low light, so EIS is given priority or not in low light, because in low light the electronics image stabilization doesn't work that great. Then you can also change the image settings, where you can have a custom setting where you can apply specific noise reduction or sharpness. For me, generally it is kept to 0. And when you turn on the Pro settings, you have the exposure settings, so you can change the shutter speed, you can change the ISO range, you can go into auto or manual mode and dial in the settings exactly how you want. You can also change the white balance. You can change the color to D-Log-M, which is a 10-bit color profile, which is a flat color profile. When I'm shooting random short clips, I generally keep the color to normal because that color is also 10-bit and it's decent enough. DJI colors has definitely improved a lot. And then you also get the image adjustment. Same with the audio, you can change the channel to mono, stereo. You can have wind reduction off, standard. So generally I keep it on standard, it works pretty good. So this is for the audio. And these are the settings that apply to specific video settings, okay? If you do a top-down gesture, this is where your camera's general settings are. So the first one is for creating new custom profiles. The second one is for the quick switch and its functionality. So this is that quick switch, and what you can do certain things using this quick switch. You can do a screen switch from back screen to front screen, and you can bring on the custom modes. So just to show you guys, when I press the quick switch, you can see I can cycle through the different modes. So that functionality can be set over here. You can set the screen brightness, generally something above 80 is more than enough in outdoors. Then you have certain more settings like snapshot. Snapshot is when your camera is turned off and you press the power button, the last setting will start. So if the last setting was 4K 60 fps, as soon as I press this, immediately the camera will start on and start recording. So there is no two-step process where I have to first turn on, select the video and settings and then start recording. If I just click on this, directly the video will start recording. That is the snapshot feature. Then we have single screen preview, which means only one screen will be turned on when you're manipulating the different settings. We have voice control, we have OTG control, wireless connection, video compression. I've selected HEVC because it is a more compressed version where the file sizes are small but the image quality is the same. It is hard on your computer, so if you have an old computer, editing HEVC footage is gonna be a little task. The sounds on the screen when you tap and all, I've kept to medium. The grids on the video, I have kept grid and diagonal. Then we have time code, we have naming management, so files can be named with certain settings according to your needs. Then screen off when recording, auto power off, LEDs, horizon calibration, etc, etc. So these are some extra settings for the entire camera itself, action cam itself. Then you have orientation lock, where you can go into vertical and horizontal mode. So the screen is locked right now. You can lock this screen if you click on this. You have voice controls. I have generally kept it off. Then you have full front screen on and off. So when you do full front screen off, you get the proper aspect ratio. So it's 4K 60 4:3. If I change this to 16:9, I'll get a 16:9 view as well, right? But if I change the setting to full front screen, so even though it is 16:9, I will get a cropped view of this square screen. So basically the square screen will be completely filled, but this is not the actual video, right? The video is actually 16:9, so I'm not able to generally see the framing properly, so that is something that I keep off. So that was the general settings and a general overview of all the settings. Of course, we did not go individually in each and every setting because that will make this video very lengthy. If you have any specific questions and queries, and if you want to know certain settings in detail, let me know in the comments. I will try to shoot that video and show you guys. I've already shot a few more videos on the DJI Action 4 and its different functionalities like horizon steady and horizon lock, as well as the stabilization comparisons and a full review on this action cam as well. So you can check out this channel as well as this playlist on this entire DJI Action 4. And that's it for this video, guys. I'm gonna wrap up this video over here. Hope this gives you an overview about the user interface of DJI Action 4 as well as the Action 3 and the new DJI Pocket 3. They've used similar user interface now, so there is a lot of uniformity now with the different cameras that are provided by DJI, and that's a great thing. So kudos to DJI for taking such good effort for making the user interface easy to use. Alright, I'm gonna wrap up this video over here. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments how this video was. Do share it with your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.